Yeah, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube tutorial for the low level design course. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the UML diagrams. So, firstly, let me tell you the full form of UML. UML is basically Unified Modeling Language. We basically use this to describe the class diagram, a kind of relationship between different entities. But that's a different thing. Today in this video, I am going to cover only about the class diagrams. Let's start it. Now let's discuss about the class. So the thing is, if you are not aware of classes and you are not aware of OPS concept, then this video is not for you. But yeah, if you are aware of classes and OPS concept, then this video is definitely for you. So the prerequisite for this video is OPS. If you haven't watched any of the OPS video, please go to any other YouTube channel and learn OPS and then come back here and then learn low level design. Otherwise, I will be dropping a video soon on this particular topic so that you can revisit the OPS concept as well. So yeah, let's begin. So each class basically has two components. The first I can call properties and second I can call methods. So properties are attributes basically. Some people call it them attributes. I call them properties. Some people can call them with some other name as well. So properties is basically defines more a class, and then methods are some functionality associated with that properties. So let me give you an example. Suppose there is a human. What will be the properties? Properties will be height, properties will be weight, properties would be name, and there might be some other properties as well. What would be the methods? So methods can be get name, set name, and a lot of methods can be associated with human, because we human are not calm enough to sit at one place. We do a lot of actions. So the thing is, a lot of methods can be created for human. A basic thing I would like to tell you, that I'm in a very simple manner try to demonstrate a particular class, that how a class composes. So we can in a class diagram, if suppose we have a class A. Yeah, so for representing this particular class in form of a class diagram, we have to create something like this. This is class name, class A, or people can just write A, both are fine. Then here it will be like this. It will be int A, string B, char C, and then method would be get A, set A, get B, set B. So something like this we can represent. Thing is, this is not also appropriate because I have just wrote some methods which are not even appropriate, which doesn't have any attributes. So now let me write a detailed class diagram for a detailed class. Suppose we have a class shopping cart. Okay, so what methods can be, what items can be here? So first it can be a list of items. Okay, items, total price, total value, total cost, user ID, cart ID. These things are basic. I am just trying to explain you that how you can create a UML class diagram in an efficient manner. And now let's discuss about some methods. So method can be add to cart, method can be removed from cart, method can be get total cost. So I'm using camel case. Camel case is basically like, you see, camel is basically something like this. Sorry, I can't draw camel. So if you will see in the beginning, it has a lowercase, and then for every next word it has a uppercase. So suppose this is, so suppose this is a camel case example. This is the way you should write variables. So C, if T is small, C is capital, U is small, I capital, C is small, I capital. Then here A is small, T capital, C capital, remove F capital, C capital, get total cost, so G small, T capital, C capital. So in this way we should define all the methods and the properties. Yeah, now let's discuss about access and visibility. So in class diagram we know that there are properties and methods. These are props, these are methods, and this is prop 1, prop 2, this is method 1, this is method 2. So what is this? I didn't draw this randomly. This have some meaning. So if you will tell, this particular dash is for private. Okay. So the items, the properties which must be accessible only to the class is private, and it is denoted by this symbol. Public. So the properties which you want to be visible outside the class can be denoted with this symbol, and this is protected. So the properties and the methods that you want to define within a particular package, and you want that those properties and methods should not be accessed outside the package, can be denoted with this symbol. And yeah, we can use that in our UML diagram. Now let's talk about the UML relations. So the first relation I would like to talk is inheritance. So if you are aware of OPS, you must know that what is the inheritance. So suppose there is a class human, gender, name, height, weight, properties, and methods. I am eat, method I am walk. These are the methods I am defining. So suppose there is one ninja. Yeah, I am fan of anime and I am fan of Naruto, that's why I am giving this example. So ninja is a class which basically inheriting this class. So we should keep it like this. So it means it inherited all the properties of this parent class, but it will add some few more. So let add few more properties. So ninja has a clan, jutsu type. Jutsu is a kind of skill that a ninja can have. So jutsu run on water. So these are the basically properties ninja can do. A lot of other stuffs they can do as well. So ninja is also a human, but it has some additional properties. And if you are good with inheritance, you know about inheritance, then you must know that what I'm talking about. So this way we can show inheritance. Yeah, now let's know about our next relationship, which is association. Association means something that is associated to a class. For example, ninja eats ramen. So if you are Naruto fan, you must know what is ramen. Ramen is a kind of noodles. So it will have toppings, it will have cost, We'll have some properties as well. For example, get spiciness, something like that, and ramen will have some other properties as well. So the thing is, what I'm trying to show that this ninja is associated with ramen with this action eat. So if we want to show any association, then we can use this sign, this simple bar, and then we can show the association. A real life example, let me tell you. For example, user buys item. It is also a kind of association. Yeah, now let's jump into our next relation, which is aggregation. So aggregation is basically something which can exist in aggregated manner. So thing is like herd of sheep. The thing is, sheep can stay in herd, but they can stay independently also. So thing is, here is some herd, and it has some properties and methods. And then here is sheep. It will also have some properties and methods. And the thing is, this blank square. Okay, this will not be filled. I have a very small space. I don't even have a tab to explain all these things, so that's why I'm existing in a whiteboard, because it is the thing where I used to learn these things. So see, the thing which is in higher quantity, which is stay associated of groups, something like that. So at that side this square will exist, and the thing which can exist independently also, in that side this bar will exist. So this way we can show the aggregation. So here let me simply give you example of aggregation. So suppose ninja can exist in squad. Squad will have leader, squad will have rank, and the methods that I will say, squad will, I'm sure that you are not able to see what I have written, but yeah, you can listen to me and then you can understand. I will try to buy a tab soon and teach you there. And yeah, what action squad can perform. So squad can basically go into mission, complete mission, squad can train. So those things squad can do. So it is basically a kind of aggregation. Now let's go into the one of the last relationship, that is composition. So composition is basically a kind of relationship where a particular class, a particular entity cannot exist without the other entity. So for example, and we show it like this. So for example, we have a village. Village will have multiple attributes: village name, village location, village type, and then village. We have another entity, Hokage. Hokage is a kind of king of village. Okay, so unless and until there is a village, Hokage cannot exist. Also, a ninja village basically has a special black ops army. We call that Anbu. So Anbu cannot exist independently without the village. So this way we can show you the composition. So let me give you a real life example as well. So suppose there is a shopping cart. So shopping cart cannot exist without a buyer. So if you are someday if you are creating a shopping cart management system and you are asked to create a class diagram, then you can show it in this way, that a buyer is there, a cart is there, and cart cannot exist without the buyer. Now let me give you a whole whole real life diagram, so that you can understand that how we can represent a whole system with the help of this UML diagram. So So now let's create. And properties and method I am not writing because I am very lacking the space, but yeah, you can definitely write those. And if you can also comment, you can also create a document and get it reviewed by me. So I'm creating a shopping cart management system. So the very basic thing, it will have a user. Okay, so user will be a parent class. User will be of two types: seller. There can be buyers also. Buyers. There will be admin also. Admin also a user. Okay. Account. Account cannot exist independently without a buyer. You might must has to agree about this. Now let me think of what a account can have. So we can have a cart, shopping cart basically. So cart can also cannot exist without an account. So it should be like this. Now so these are this all are the composition. This is inheritance that I have shown you. Let me give you an example of association as well. So yeah, cart must have a product. Cart can not have a product as well, but cart can have a product as well. So has a product. So product is associated with cart. Apart from cart, there can be order, and a order can relate to cart as well. I'm not showing that relationship here because sometimes you can directly order as well. So yeah, order will be like this. Order can also cannot exist independently without an account, and order must have a payment. So order cannot exist without payment as well. Even if the item is free, he has to pay. He has to do the payment. So thing is payment with value 0, something like that. So it is something that is mandatory for our order. But yeah, an account can has a payment method. But it is not mandatory for an account to have a payment method. So that's why I have showed it in terms of association. Now let's think about few of the properties that user can have. User can have ID, user can have name, buyer, seller. Buyer can be premium, buyer can be normal, seller can be seller can be verified seller, non-verified seller. So all those things, when we will discuss about the system, we will basically explain this whole thing in detail. Currently for the moment I am just explaining you that how we can show these classes are dependent on each other. And yeah, this diagram you can definitely make in an LLD interview. The thing is, it is not that efficient currently because we have to make it as efficient. So yeah, we will when we will go into the shopping cart management system, and then I will rectify and create a better diagram, and I will explain each and every in details. I hope you like this video. So if you like this video, please do like, comment, share and subscribe, and also share with others so that they can also know about how we can draw the UML diagrams. So thanks a lot. See you in next video.